I wouldn't say that he got slaughtered 30, but man, he got 30 in a very clever, you know, in a clever artistic fucking way, man. We're talking about battle rap here. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, regardless of how like, you know, how real you want certain shit to be, like this is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's meant to entertain folks. These battle rappers, you know what I mean, are compared to people like when they drop blogs and build battles up, they're compared to like wrestlers and shit like that because they gotta sell their fights. They got to sell their battles. You know what I'm saying? No one's going to sell the battles for them. So there are a few artists out there, you know, that are very good at doing it's that. Like you got to understand that you are engaging in something that is kind of like a wrestling atmosphere. And yeah, it deals with hip hop. So there is a street atmosphere to this. But at the same time, I mean, it's very entertaining what we're seeing here. It's entertainment. It's not a matter of life and death. You know what I'm saying? The elements of battle rap is, you know, it's a brutal sport. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have some tough skin to go in the arena. You know what I mean? To deal with it, especially. So it's like there are these things that are set up for you as a battle rap that you know good and damn well what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? So it's like within the battle rap culture, you know, or the battle rap world. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, you are if you go into that world and you become, you know, kind of like a household name in the battle rap culture, you are that celebrity to these battle rap folks. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, your popularity is not going to be as big as like a Remy Maz or, you know what I mean, or like a mainstream artist, you know, but to the battle rap community, you know, you're a big deal. So when you do shit, when you decide to become a battle rapper, and when you're out there doing shit in your personal world, you gotta understand that you ain't just no normal dude out there, you know what I'm saying, getting into shit, you know. It's always gonna be held, you know, against you, you know what I'm saying, whether good or bad. So, um, this is the thing that I don't like, and what my blog is about. I can easily sit here and just say, yeah, you know, Gotti with the 30, you know what I'm saying? And I could sit here and be like, yeah, you know, this, he fucking smoked them and blah, blah, blah. But I don't really think it's really all about that, you know. I think what we're dealing with here is the way sometimes battle rap do try to paint certain narratives to fit, you know, whatever they want, you know, to fit their fucking, their, uh, their story, you know. Now, going into scripted battles, you realize that this is pure entertainment. Like when you watch boxing and wrestling and all that, it's craft. There's a skilled craft in this, but it's meant to entertain the crowd. If it wasn't for angling in today's battle era, battles probably wouldn't be shit. You know, I'm being real with you. Some of the most classic fucking battles is based on the angle that somebody took on them. You know, and it's not just the angle though; it's the artistic way of how you set and craft it up to make people that is not battle rap fans listen to it and go, "Damn, fuck, dude, he did all that. That happened." You know, where it's like you're watching a fucking soap opera or some shit. You know, so I'll be honest with you, these are the things that make what battle rap is today is the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like fans would not engage if you had a bunch of scripted battle rappers talking about you're a whack MC or I'm the better lyricist. You know, there's room for everybody right now in this culture, which is what makes battle rap what it is like right now. And it's, you know what I mean? It hasn't reached that point of being watered down to where it totally goes mainstream and then it loses, you know what I mean, its core fans and the culture gets totally fucked over, you know, how everything else happened. So it's still, you know, we're still seeing the battles, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though it may seem like we're not seeing the ones that we want to see, we are still seeing great battles, you know what I'm saying? Like good fucking battles. Um, so with that being said, man, it's like, you know, angling, and then you got wordplay, and you know what I'm saying, and punchlines and shit like that. It's like all mixing in one. But man, angling is fucking key because that is the strategy of like the way writers are writing now in the battle rap world. And I think it's fucking dope. because it's like somebody can paint picture and put a storyline together, and then if you're a good like counter writer to counter all that shit, then you can win the crowd over. So I mean, it's preparation. It's a lot of shit that goes to where you can kind of align it with like boxing and stuff like that, because you got to think about like you got to the good battle rappers that are good, that is not just on raw talent. You know what I mean? It's like, even let's say like a Twerk, like as good as he is raw talent, it seems like he realized now, like, shit, I got to go in the gym and fucking train to pull out my full potential. You know what I'm saying? And which is what he's been doing lately. I mean, so it's like, yeah, man, the preparation and all that type of shit. It's outside of the physicality of what boxing is, but the mentality, the mental aspect of it, of being prepared, and seeing that it's really a mental sport. You know what I'm saying? And getting out there in a crowd, and you know what I'm saying, and painting a picture to where your angle has to be delivered in the right way. Not just like, oh motherfucker, I got some paperwork on you and this shit, whatever, and you just do that. Like, there is people that have done that and the angle just doesn't work that well. So here's the thing, so for the you bloggers that are out there saying shit like, and I don't like this at all, and this is really what the blog is really about. It's about you guys. I've seen some of you bloggers that got big names, and you guys are supposed to be, rap analysts. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that you're supposed to draw that shit straight down the middle. You're supposed to apply critical thinking skills to come to a solution on who you feel won the battles. You know what I'm saying? And you can't fucking paint different narratives and say that certain rules don't apply, and the battle was gossipy, and you can't really get into that because you don't know what's true or not. Like, that shit to me is some bogus ass shit, man. And I wish that you motherfuckers would stop doing that, because some of you guys I watch and I actually enjoyed you guys until I see shit like this. Some of you guys were like, yeah, Geechi got it, but if you with the gossipy thing, and I don't know what was real. Like, who gives a fuck? To be honest with you, man, there's been so many angles that's being used. I mean, people have talked about people's babies' moms, scheming on them. People have talked about people's children, fucking, people's mothers and shit like that, their court cases, the whole fucking nine. So it's like, why is it an exception to now? I mean, Lux is known for exposing shit, you know what I'm saying, in some of his battles. He's did it with Clips, with Clips' dad, with the whole snitching shit. Before that whole thing with Lux, I didn't really know that shit about Charlie Clips's past. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really dig up battle rappers like that. Like, I'm a fan and been a fan of battle rap, but not like a fan where I'm on spaces and shit like that and just soaking up all like what they say all day long. You know what I mean? Like, I got other shit to do. But and that's no hate on people that got the time to do that. It's just I'm not that soaked up into that world like that. I like to enjoy the battles. I like to follow a little bit of the bullshit, and whatever I got time to kind of peep or whatever, I'll do that. But I don't get too carried away into like what battle rappers, what's their favorite food and shit like that. I ain't getting, it ain't that serious. So anyways, so back to the Geechi shit, and the bloggers that's trying to like paint narratives. It's not cool, because you guys are the people that you guys are the ones that fans go to get a real analysis on. And if you start backtracking statements and saying that it's gossipy, but then you don't call the bullshit on all the other battle rappers that have used good angles. I mean, Mook is a dude that if it wasn't for angles, his his battles probably wouldn't be really that good to watch, because and it's just the way it is. It's not like you're trying to clown people. It's just that some people got really good things that they do, and some people just can't do it. There's not really an all around battle rapper like that. I don't know one that's like that. I mean, they're either really good at this and okay whatever, or just don't do it at all. You know what I mean? It's just that's not part of their. It's not part of their game. It's not part of what they do. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, um, it's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like when Chilla Jones came out back in the day, I mean, he was all about scheming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, those of you that know, when he came out and hit the stage, it was sometimes, his scheming was so fucking crazy where people were like, damn, he got to just get to the punch real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then he ended up, kind of learning some little crowd tricks here and there. but that was his game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if he got the crowd, if a battle rapper has the crowd with what they use, and and they like to emphasize on their strong points, man, that's what make them them, man. That's what you come here to fucking see. That's what people pay for. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right. So I just wanted to say that, man. Like, stop retracting your statements and shit, and just stand on your shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real. Easy to Block Captain got washed. It was a wash 3-0, possibly. Maybe if you want to give the debatable first round to Eazy, possibly. And I'm gonna tell you why though. It's a 3-0. This battle was very cleverly written by Geechi Gotti. Now I'm not even trying to fucking toot his horn like that, man. When you break down the battle, right? So I'm gonna give comparisons, and then which is critical thought, and then I'm gonna let you guys decide, and you can talk your bullshit and say whatever, and nah, what the fuck you talking about, blah blah blah. I don't know everything, man, but I'm just letting you know what I see. You know what I'm saying? What I know. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching battle rap for a long fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not one of these young bucks like that. It's entertaining for me as an artist myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm a hip hop artist myself, but I do other shit. You know what I mean? And I like to engage into the world, and battle rap is one of the still the purest form of, like, where I want to hear some crazy lyricist shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it does that to me. So anyways, it's I enjoy it like that. You know what I mean? Like cats want to sit back and watch their boxing and watch their football and shit. I watch battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy that shit. I like to roll me up one, smoke me up a little good shit, and smoke and watch some good battles. You know what I'm saying? Cook a good meal, watch some fucking good battles. You know what I'm saying? That's shit I like to do. So anyways, Geechi first round was, so what he was doing, if you guys rewatch the battle, he was touching the main topic, but without overkilling it before he actually goes all the way in, right? So a lot of the times what happens is, if you've noticed with some battle rappers, if they find some really bad, some dirt on you or something that they, angle, sometimes they don't know how to present it. So usually it will go into like a like you overusing it. So some people will just use that one angle and just keep using it all 3 rounds, and you'll just hear it. Oh, you, like, for instance, another angle that you guys used to fucking, like, no one was saying shit then. I mean, Tay Rock dealt with this shit for years with over that tranny shit. You know what I'm saying? And he dealt with that shit for years, for years, for years. And this is my prime example. When people get on Tay Rock about that shit, you had some rappers that would just mention it all 3 rounds, and after a while, I was like, yo, bro, like, it's used and abused already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way you're using it and the way it's set up, it's not clever. Like, the bar's not hitting. It's, the angle's there, but the way it's set up, it's just not hitting no more. And the crowd can tell, and they know when you're using it as a crutch rather than as like something clever to go along with like your overall writing, format. Like, they know, like, people in the crowd know without saying it, when they know that you're over abusing the angle and you're using it as more of a desperation move rather than like, hey, this is my fucking finishing move. You know what I mean? Like, boom, I'm gonna lay that shit down on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna walk him down with this shit, and then boom, like, hit him with that shit. You know what I mean? And that's what Geechi did. First round, it went into like bars, but slightly set up on like how you move and kind of fuck, like how you kind of move and whack. You know what I'm saying? How you doing fuck shit. Then second round, in which I think there's no debating that he got that Gotti got the second round. So the second round, he's basically letting them know, like, shit, like, the shit that you've been doing with the URL shit, and you got, Remy is basically like, have kind of like turned your shit, like got you, like, dressing good or doing whatever, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like making you and shit, you know what I'm saying? Building you up. And, so it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he's setting that up. He didn't really go into the pap shit right then and there. It was just like a little slow walk down. Like, I'm not gonna overuse the angle, but I'm just gonna let them feel a little bit because everybody knows, like Eazy said himself, it's the elephant in the room, and people, it's almost like, dog, if you knew this shit was coming, man, you should have had all defense there, bro. Because then you could at least eased the bleeding a little bit. You know what I mean? You could have you could have toned it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't really do that, and so you kind of made it seem like you was gonna let the people feel. I feel like this is what you did, Easy. That you thought the people were fucking with you so heavy that you thought that they were really just gonna be like, "Ah, get that bullshit out of here, man. Like we want to hear bars." You don't go like that's not battle rap no more, man. This shit's entertainment, dog. People want to see, man. If you supposedly allegedly get dropped or knocked out or wherever the fuck it is, people want to hear about this shit in the battle. They don't want to just hear it, gossiping on spaces and shit like that, or your personal blog. They want to hear this shit in the battle, so the crowd can be like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I felt that shit. Oh, that's real shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Talk to him. Talk." They want to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is it's chess. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Eazy, he sounds like an intelligent dude, man. So it was like it kind of threw me off because outside of this battle, like I fucks with Eazy. Like I thought he was bringing some new good shit to the table when he started to go on his heavy run. He's been around for a minute, but when he went on his heavy run, you know what I'm saying? He was bringing some good shit to the battle culture. You know what I'm saying? And he still will. It's not like this shit's gonna like fuck him up. You know what I mean? Like I still want to watch his battles. You know what I'm saying? Whoever he got coming up next, but you gotta just call it what it is, man. Call a spade when you see it, dog. You know, I mean, yeah, he got washed. Um, you know, second round walks him down, and kind of brings it up. Then the third round comes in, right? And then the way he sets it up, like, oh yeah, how you guys gonna let me? You think I ain't gonna bring up that pap shit? Like I ain't really went in yet. And so right there was the perfect timing for him to do it without overusing the angle and to where the point where the crowd is like, all right, fool, like you done called him a snitch for 3 rounds already, or you done called him a bitch for 3 rounds, whatever it is, like what other battle rappers usually fail at doing when the angle goes bad. It's like Mook is good at that angle because he kind of does similar shit where it's like he paints this thing where you just kind of makes you think about your own decisions and shit like, oh fuck, I wouldn't do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to be very very clever with it. And that's what he did, man. That's what Gotti did. You know what I'm saying? Um, he broke that shit down. He brought it up, exposed them, and the whole thing about I heard other people talking about, oh well, he was battling Remy, not battling Eazy. Remy is part of the fucking angle. She's like the nucleus of the whole angle. You know what I'm saying? She's the center of that shit. So it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like all these battle rap hosts you know, have been victim to that shit. Smack has, ARP has, like all of them do it. It's part of the entertainment, man. It's like, let me get on the host real quick. Let me, so the crowd be like, oh shit, he even told Smack to get the fuck out of here. Genius. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment. These guys are writers. You know what I'm saying? They're writing scripts and shit. It's like they're putting like plays for you guys. You know what I mean? Like Broadway type shit. Like it's K Shine is one of them dudes, like, just to bring him up, because he's like, he puts a lot of the performance in it. I mean, there's gonna be motherfuckers like him, you know what I'm saying? What that shit is damn near like Broadway type shit sometimes, or when you're watching it, it's very artistic. You know what I'm saying? Like if the performance has to go hand in hand with the bars, man. It's just, this is entertainment. If we want to just hear and see Barfest, we should go back in the days where we was putting the beats on and just let a motherfucker just wig out on the beats. You know what I'm saying? And match the wordplay up and all other shit. You know, that's what we should go back to if that's the case. and go back to just, which is, I'm not tripping, the whack MC lyricism shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is the era and the cloth that I'm cut from. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm listening to Most Def and fucking Tribe and De La shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Dale, hieroglyphics like shit. Like that's my time. You know what I'm saying? But I also gotta call the shit, and be a realist that battle rap has taken on a whole different thing now, and it's very entertaining because the bars are still there, but there's so many other things that make a battle what it is now. I mean, these guys are selling out arenas. They're fucking, they're pay per view, man. Like, what are you watching battle rap on pay per view? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, think about that. So, anyways, um, you can't paint different narratives. You gotta call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you lose, you lose. You know what I'm saying? 2-1 or 3-0. I say 3-0 because of how the full battle was laid out. If you watch it from start to finish, you can't really say that Eazy just totally murdered him in any round. You can't say that Eazy murdered Gotti in any round, bar for bar, lyrical, in a lyrical sense. Like, you really just can't say that. You could say that, yeah, he has some pretty dope shit. He has some dope shit. You know what I mean? He has some dope shit that was hidden. But you can't say that there was a round, all three rounds, that he just totally bodied Gotti. So in that sense, the shit that Gotti's doing, he's right here neck and neck on the lyrical tip, like when it comes to them like going at it. And what I mean by this, when you say lyrical, is okay. Think about what he did. The drug talk that Eazy is known for. Gotti kind of was way clever with his drug bars. I don't even give a fuck about drug bars because that's not my shit. But if you say clever shit is dope, it's dope. If it's hot, it's hot. If it's a hot line, it's a hot line. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't, you know what I mean? I may not be fucking selling packs and doing all that shit, but if it's a hot line, I know when it's a hot line. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hate on the drug rappers and be like, motherfucker, talk about some other shit. You always talk about them drugs. Motherfucker, if that's what you know, that's what you gonna do. If you gonna talk about that shit in an artistic format, I'm hearing you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's art, man. So, anyways, he came with better fucking bars with the drug shit, like raw shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what the fuck you guys talking about, man. I mean, unless you just totally just loving Easy like that and you don't want to see him die, that's fine. But he died that night. That's for sure. It was a slow death, a very slow death. You know, and he'll bounce back, and it's all good. But you can't sit here and say shit like, "Oh, if you into the mess, but if you're into the bars, where did you really outbar him at like that?" I mean, yeah, you had a few lines, but so did he had hot lines. So now we got to get into other shit, other material. His angles were way better than yours, dog. His angles hit. His angles paint a perfect picture for the listener to be like, "Damn, you." Hey, put it this way: his angle, if you let somebody like outside of battle rap say, "Hey, listen to this round," they'll be like, "Oh shit!" That's when you know it's, yeah, you done did it, bro. You went, you took it here and then you went there with it. You know what I'm saying? So just letting you guys know, man. That's my take on it. Once again, this is just my opinions. Um, you know, but it's taken from, I feel, from a perspective of kind of just looking at it from a realist point of view. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to fucking create biases or nothing like that, or um tell you like where I'm from and all that shit, because then people will be like, "Oh, well, you could be from this and be, and so that's why you feel like." Ain't none of that shit. I've been watching battle rap for years, man. And be honest with you, there are good uh, uh, there are good like battle rap uh, analysis out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people that do some really good work out there, like Vitafly and Showtime SP. Vitafly and them, like they do dope. They do good shit because you could tell that when they call it down the line, that it's no bias shit. At least I don't get that from them. You know what I'm saying? Like they made and they go through a process, of breaking down all the bars to let you know, like, this is why I feel the way I feel. And that's a very great analysis. You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like a few others out there, what I mean, are not biased as well too. But um, those are guys that I those are the dudes that I watched, I guess, heavy. You know what I'm saying? Um, but this other dude, man, like I don't, I'm not gonna mention his name, but man, I heard him up there. He kind of said some shit like, I think he's an East Coast dude, and maybe he has something against West Coast rappers. I don't know, but you know, he's saying shit like, "Oh, it's Gotti," but I don't know about the gossip and all this other shit. It's like, yo, man, you can't change narratives like that. Like, if you've been critiquing battle rap for years and you on the East, there's been so many fucking rappers on the East Coast, wherever, that has used angles. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit here and try to retract statements and be like, oh, well, it's just gossip shit. Like, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just bullshit. This got to just call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, that's just what it is. Anyways, hope you guys take it easy, and maybe I might, give a breakdown on maybe some of the other battles and shit like that.